All right, good. So the survey says we're starting laying down with the roller down the length of the spine, so tail to head. And then you should have your toys nearby. So we have 2 magic circles and a ball, their band. I also have a yoga block just for some of the work with the magic circles. So you can grab that after you do this. So we'll go ahead and start laying down. And then feet are a little bit narrow. If you need more support and balance, if you're wider, but you keep the knees closer in. And then here, extend the arms out, palms to the sky. Sinking your body down on one side and then down on the other side here. Picture your body like wrapped in a curve with a saddle around your person's back. And just let it slide slightly down towards the ground on one side and slightly down towards the ground on the other. And you'll feel how the roller moves into the inner edge of your shoulder blade. Do a little bit of a massage where you get tight. And then that pull away from the stationary hand gives you a nice stretch into the upper arm, across the shoulder, and into the chest. And then we'll come back to the center, even, settle in, and then curve the arms up and embrace, so lift, and then exhale, pull the chest open and widen as the arms descend slowly. And inhale, try to bring the arms up so that they come to the top of the movement at the same time, and then they also land on the ground at the same time. Rising here. And then exhale it out. And lift again, so the back broadens, the arms go up, and the shoulders still sink. And then as we pull the arms open, feel the weight hug the roller, the chest opens, and lift again. And then pull it farther down. And one last time. As you exhale, the arms descend, and then you'll also descend towards the spine. Give yourself a little abdominal hug. And then we lift the arms up and point the fingers to the ceiling, arms a little wider than your chest. And exhale and melt the shoulders down around the curve of your roller. So inhale, the arms reach up, the shoulders shrug up. And then exhale, think of breathing out and letting the collarbones descend so the blades descend as well. The hands move further from the sky. And then shrug up here. And exhale and sink it down low. Doing that again, rising here as high as you can go. And then melting it down slowly. Coming up with the hands. Curving the chest into a hollow. And stretching the back. And one more time like that. Once the blades are heavy down, turn the palms forward as you inhale. And exhale, glide the arms along at your side, reaching forward through the fingertips to ensure the neck is long because the shoulders are moving away from your neck. And we inhale to bring the arms up in parallel in unison. Exhale, take them back by your ears. Bring the arms forward and exhale all the way forward and down. And if you do notice a difference in the range of motion in the 2 arms, you might just practice the one that's a little less flexible, that is a little more restrained in the direction of movement, and just work that arm in this action several times before trying again with both. Because if you have an imbalance in flexibility and you just keep working it without addressing it, the range of both arms will increase probably, right? But you'll always have the differential. So this is a chance to observe and make some decisions about what the movements you need or want to do. And if they seem like they're even, just breathe and enjoy this. We'll do it one more time. Draw two beautiful arcs in the air, stretch the arms back without finding an additional arch in your mid back. You have to use the abs to sort of hold the torso in its natural curves. And here we'll take both hands to the shoulders, right to right, left to left. Circle the elbows in and up, and then out wide around. The inner edge of the arm points down a little bit because we're doing a little rotation of the upper arm bone fibers on the joint surface as we go. Circumduction, we do the same thing with mid circles on the neck. You can shrug the shoulder blades up and then also pull them down. Do a little extra massage here in the back and the shoulders. Complete one more circle. And now here, let's reverse it. And you stay in a range that feels healthy for you. Usually better to start small and let the movement itself lead you into the size of the circle that you want to draw here at the beginning. And then one last circle, a shorter inhale, a longer exhale, helping to relax the nervous system as we work here into the shoulders, into the arms, and then extend arms along your side. Lengthen the fingertips, the arms go up and down. Inhale all the way back by your ears, and then exhale, go wide around and forward. The palms are up, and then the palms are down at the end. Going up and back. Reach out all your accessories at the side. And reach back here, and then circle, link out through the fingertips, really find that wingspan. And again, push the other side, move through it, and then cut through the air with the inside edges of your arms. At the end here, we're reversing, so palms up to circle back. Your arms will lift as they go past the height of your shoulders, and exhale and push the arms forward. Raise your lats to the upper arm. Close the end here between the arm and the torso. Feet are spread, sinking into the ground. As your toes get a little longer and also widening away from the center. And your feet as a whole just sinking into the ground. You take an easy, slow breath. Deep inhale, and then a long, sustained exhale. Next, we'll bring the hands up for down the arms, thumbs together, index fingers together, hands in the same plane as the arms. Elbows bent, and sweep the shape back over to front the face. Exhale and pull the shape over to flip the hands over the lower belly. Inhale back now. Collarbones rolling inside the chest. And then they're going to roll the other direction, the same direction as the arm movement, as the arms come forward. Take it back again. Legs get heavy as the arms lift to 90 degrees, and then the blades slide towards your waistline as the arms go back. Arms here. Try to see if you can really feel what the shoulder blades are doing. When you lay on a roller, it's one of the advantages that you can really feel what's going on behind you, where we tend to be less observant since we can't see that area. One more time, man. Inhale all the way back, and then press lightly, hand to hand, fingers to fingers. Come back as the belly draws deep. Now, we'll take the arms along at your side, and with me today, I've done this multiple times before, so maybe you just want to be on the palms of the fingers. Maybe you want to be on the fingertips. If you're doing this and you need a little more support for the arms, you can press the elbows down and the forearms down into the ground as well. So we're going to do some knee folds here for a little balance work. So feel the weight of your hips here, dropping the glutes, dropping the pelvic calves around the curve of your roller. And as you pick up the right knee, you're going to think of the weight dropping into the right glute. So that side of the hip gets heavy. So that your balance is steady, even though foot is on the ground. And then exhale and slide the foot down slowly. You're paying out your flexor muscle, your psoas, to lower the foot softly to the floor and then spread the foot into the ground. Now we're doing the same for the left. So be sure your right foot is open wide and connected to the ground. Same with your palms. Inhale to lift the left knee up. The shoulder blades still falling to hug the roller under your body, and then exhale to bring that foot down. It's been a while since we've done this, right? Me too. And then we're lifting the right. You can imagine a glass wall between your legs so that the inside of your legs slide up, smooth pull glass, and then come down. The other leg hugs the other side of the wall. Now we'll do this again here for the left. Be sure that your standing leg, the right leg in this case, is the one where it lifts, isn't drifting sideways, but you still feel the inside line of that foot solidly into the ground. And then come down, and when you land the left foot, you want to feel equal weight inside, outside, front, back. Now we'll pick up the right knee and also the left arm. So bring them both to 90 degrees, fingers reach for the ceiling, so does the knee. Weight in that left shoulder blade, and then exhale, lower slowly, but the arm will travel faster as longer distance so that your hand and foot land simultaneously. And now we're going to lift the left knee and the right arm up. Soft gaze, the focal point on the ceiling above and maybe send forward is really helpful here. I'm going to lower everything down. Try to get your foot right back in its original footprint and the hand back in the palm print. Do right knee and left arm down. And exhale, bring it down. Slow and steady. Good. You feel the connection before you do the other side. Try to think of smiling and softening your gaze. The body remains calm and flexible while you move. Easy to say, harder to do sometimes. Now we're going to change a bit so we pick out the right knee and the left arm. And then as you exhale, extend the foot up towards the ceiling, bring the arm back by your ear. Low hamstring stretch. And then bend the knee to tabletop, lift the arm to vertical. And we exhale to lower all the way down, connect to the ground through your left hand and left foot. And here we pick up the left knee and the right hand. The arm and the thigh are parallel, and then we'll extend the foot up to the ceiling, opening the knee as you bring the arm back by your ear. Bend the knee, lift the fingers up, and exhale, come all the way down now. Press into the ground with those contralateral limbs, and now again, right knee, left arm up. Extend the leg, reach the arm back, the shoulder still slides towards your waistline. Lift the arm to 90 degrees, bend the knee, and then exhale, continue to the ground. Last one here. Left leg, right arm. Do the extension of the shoulder, the extension of the knee. Lift the fingers to the sky, bend the knee, the tabletop, and exhale, everything lowers and lands. Now, from this point, just go to your fingertips and lift your heels so they are sort of on your tiptoes. And really also being on the tarsals, the balls of your feet. Pick up the right knee. And then we'll switch legs. And switch again. So if you need more help balancing, get more connection through the hand and the arm to the ground. If it's a little easy, you could even try taking some of the fingertips off the floor. Maybe try different combinations, like thumb and index finger, or middle finger and thumb, pinky finger and thumb. The transitions as you lift like one finger off and lift up your thumbs is a little bit challenging, so play with it wherever you want to. And then we'll pull both of these up. Good, and let's bring the elbows down and flatten the palms. Spread the fingers wide. And now we're going to lift the left arm and cross it over to touch the outside of the right knee. And then lower the hand down, connect into your left arm. Your shoulder blades are heavy. You pick up the right hand, bring it across and touch the outside of the left knee. Lift the arm here, and exhale, lower the arm down. Do it more. Coming up with the left hand, bring it across the body to hold the outside of the other leg. Lift the left arm, lower it down. These are kind of broad across the collarbones so the blades help hold you in position. Lift the right arm, bring it across to the left. Lift the right arm again, lower slowly under control. And great job. We can exhale and lower the feet down here. And then why don't we just stretch the legs out? And then take the arms up and back. Back of the hands to the ground behind you. And just like open up a little bit to the front line of your body. And breathe into the stretch. Might feel it across the hips. Your quads would be happy to just relax a little bit here. And you could also feel it into the chest, the pecs, and the legs. Okay. Circle the arms around and forward. Bring the feet back. And now pull the knees in. You're not going to hold them with your hands, but then extend the legs up to the ceiling. Reach here. Exhale, rotate, and we're going to pull the legs apart sideways. And exhale, close them together. So what matters here, to really stay on the roller, is how far you slide off, so no worries. But we're going to try to have the legs equidistant from center as they pull apart. And then they close, keeping the same distance from center, even if they're moving. One more time like that. And pull it back in now. Now this, you're going to have to work a little bit more on your core, so we go like up, take the right leg out to the side. Push it to the arms, and also work into the external obliques. Lift the right leg back up, and now you're ready to take the left leg out to the side. It's a little bit less about the stretch, right? A little bit more about balancing and feeling the connection into your oblique abdominals. Right leg open sideways, and then it draws an arm to come back up to the top. Leave the right leg up and take the left leg out to the side. Exhale, lift it here. And one more time. Lift. Left side here on the left. Exhale to rise. And then pull the knees in. You can curl the tail up a little bit. Now we're working into some more leg work here. We start with the frog. The inside edge of the heels press together. And then you push the legs up and out on a diagonal. And exhale and frog in nice and tight. Think about moving the knees forward first to get the tailbone down, and then reach the legs out to your working level. So it should be a challenge for the abdominals, but not overarching the back. If you take the legs out low enough, you will feel the back stiffen a little bit, which is perfect. It's just sort of the abs are wrapping into the big fascial diamond by your sacrum and that low back. So keep the pelvis steady while you're moving the legs, and angle is challenging, but not overwhelming. So we reach one more time. Exhale, the knees open, pretty much hip width, shoulder width as you come in, and then pull the legs together. Soft point, so you're in plantar flexion. The toes belt down, the arch of the foot is increased, and we glide the legs up and out again on a diagonal. And exhale and fold the back in. The knees come in over your belly towards the chest. And reach again. And exhale to come back in. Think of those inner legs super glued together. Zip tight, buttoned up, whatever you want, but keep it closed as you push away and as you pull back. Now, as we continue to do this, your abdominal wall might get a little tired. So in that case, you would take the legs a little higher to protect your back. But if you feel like you're just starting to warm up into these muscles, challenge yourself. Stay at the same height, or try a little bit lower. Be observant and correct for any miscalculations you make. We'll do that one more time. Stretch it long. I'm really feeling the hands press into the ground with this. So be sure you're using that connection to feel, just feel in your body where you're connected and where you're not. And now we flex the feet, dorsiflexion, the toes pull back to the shins. Push up and out with the heels. And then exhale, draw the knees back in. On the extension of the leg, you might feel like a really nice calf stretch. And then exhale, come back in. Hip and knee flexion. So maintaining the flexion of the ankle in front. Inhale to push away. Exhale to come back. Let's sink the belly in with a little bit more space for deeper flexion into your body. And lengthen again. Remember, you can choose an angle, but you're not committed to it. You can change it as you go. Really be in the moment and do what's right for your body just at that time. We'll do one more like this. And come back in. And now extend the legs up towards the ceiling. So try to have them vertical, which means that if you're tight in the back line, you expect to bend a little bit. Otherwise, straight. Inhale to point. Exhale to flex. So heel ball toe, toe ball heel. And do that again. So get the articulation to the foot, your toes, stretching this up to the ceiling, lengthening the calves. And one more. If the legs are dropping forward, it might be really hard on the low back. So it's always better to bend the knees and have the legs vertical as opposed to force them vertical and have them like way out left. Anyway, so here, bend your knees in and exhale, lower the feet down. And we just rock a little bit here, side to side. And then we are going to slide them off. And take control across your mat under your knees. Lay on your back for a second. And just see how that feels. Not sure about you. You can add your comments as you want. But I really feel like my back is widened. And also the whole thing is sunk in a little bit more into the ground. Just notice any changes. And then we'll pull the hips up in a bridge. Pull the lower legs across the sacrum here. Hold on, and then we'll pull the knees up underneath. So we let the knees fall to the right, to the left. Rotating the spine, twisting at the waist. Exhale, press to the roller as you come back up. And then go to the other side. Using the turn. Exhale, back through seven now. We can tip the pelvis to the knees. We're going to try that version. You can also work with distally or something further from your center by lifting the knees to the hips. In any case, notice where you tight across the glute, across the side joint, across the sacrum itself. And you're welcome to stop at any point and do like micro sways back and forth just to massage out that area, or even go to a place that needs help and do little circles with your knees. You have to make this practice your own. One of the lovely things about working on the roller is that the body will tell you where it's helping. So you've noticed that, right? We'll just do one more breath. And then we'll end centered like so. And lift both legs up to the ceiling for our scissors. So right leg back, left leg forward. Open the head. And then inhale, switch the legs. Go 2 parallel arcs in the air. The toes are soft and air flows through them as you move. And you're just as focused on reaching one leg back to stretch the hamstring as you are to reach the other leg forward to get that opening. And try to keep the hamstring stretched in the belly of the muscle. If it gets too much behind the knee, I think we'll find that actually the knee will sort of bend automatically. So don't force that to straighten. But work to really feel the stretch of the belly of the muscle. Back of the thigh. And we've already done side splits, so we'll just scissor split one more time. And then do rotation of the leg and the hip. So circling legs out wide to the side, and then they change position. And then you do the reverse circle here. This is if you have a very large inflated ball here between your ankles and your feet, and you spin it on the sky. Just one more time here. With legs lift. And now for bicycle. Right leg goes forward, you pull the left knee in. And then as you slide the right foot back, the left leg reaches out. So in effect, you're tracing 2 large ovals here in the air with your toes, like paintbrushes, maybe 3 dimensions. And see how big you can make that circle, see how far you can reach the leg out before you pull it back in. And then how far you can extend it back over your chest and shoulder. To the inside line of your legs so that you're not winging the knees out and off. And complete when you're ready to, and reverse. The toes can touch the floor and skate forward, and that's okay for your back. It does help that at the full hip extension, the other knee is pulled in, but tends to make it easier on the lower back. And then both legs up, both knees bent, lower your feet down, and then push the foot down, and you can take the roller out. So here, I wanted to do a little bit of release here through the quads with the roller. So we're going to come up and go onto our stomachs here. Actually, you're going to be in a forearm plank with the roller halfway up your thighs, between your knees and them. So the thing with this is, like, your shirt may fall down, but you want to be sure that you're not dropping your belly and sagging into your lower back. So find that you're really almost like dropping the tail and lifting the abdominal wall up in towards your spine. And if you feel like you need a little bit more support, like if you're really tight in the quads, you may want to curl your toes under and support here even a little bit with the feet. As you push and pull, you're going to roll all the way up to pubic bone, and then all to just below the pubic bone, and then all the way forward to just above the knee joint. So you may end up like walking your elbows back and forth. I know the happiness factor may have changed a bit right now, right? We're not rolling on the joint, we're not letting the belly drop, but what we are doing is really getting like a deep tissue massage to the muscles that can like really tighten up on this without us realizing it. So a little tough love for the quads. It's good. I'm glad I'm not the only one feeling that. And then come back sort of to the center. You may want to have your feet grounded, pick yourself up a little bit, rotate externally, and then settle here. So now we're on the medial quad, and we're going back and forth again along the same range. So to the top of the thigh, to the bottom of the thigh, from the knee. Dig into your elbows as you pull your chest forward. Is it feeling a bit better as you continue to massage it? All right, and then again, toes down, lift up, rotate internally. I know, oh my God. So if you're watching this, just know that everyone here just did a small restrained growth and a couple of deeper, more heartfelt ones as well. So the lateral quad tends to get tight on us. It's sort of often a warning sign that the IT band is really tight laterally. But instead of going right to the IT band, we can start releasing the lateral quad. So you can't really get a good effect rolling right on the IT band. However, you can affect change on the muscle by doing this. Now remember, feet up is going to give you more pressure into the muscle. Feet down is going to take a little bit of the weight out of it. Everyone here is doing a really nice job maintaining the plank instead of like lifting your butt up into the air. For a second, come down. And again, you probably wouldn't want to, but you do have the option when you find a spot that's tight to do micro movements back and forth. You also might not want to be exactly on the point of greatest pain, right? So you might go around that point of tension and massage above and below it to help release it from a distance before you go in, sort of for the kill, right? So do what you can. And then from here, we're going to come on off. Like me now. And where we're going from here is into quadruped with this across mid shin. The black roller, that heavy one, is going to be a lot more punishing on the shin. So just saying there's not a lot of muscle or tissue there. So you may want a lighter colored one, like the white is the softest, the gray that we have here is a little bit firmer than that, and then the really black one is very hard, which is great for some things, but not necessarily for this. So spread your palms open, and we're going to try to bring your shoulders pretty much over your wrists at this point. Now we're going to pull the knees in towards the thumbs and then push the legs away. So you stay off the knees and maybe they're going to stay above the ankles here. So this is taken from a knee stretch exercise on the reformers, Pilates equipment. It's really helpful to practice a lot of planks. And also, of course, you need to be sure that it's okay for your wrist. If you feel like it's too much flexion of the wrist, you can always roll up the end of your mat and try elevating the heel of the hand on it. Everyone here looks good. Okay, now we're going to bring the knees forward. Rest on the knees. And now this is a stretch. You have to be sure that your knees are parallel and this distance apart. And then you will see if you can safely sit back onto your heels here to start to get a stretch across the top of the foot and the top of the ankle. Right? And this is a place that a lot of people are really tight. They don't think to stretch here. And if it's not enough of a stretch, you kind of wiggle your knees a little bit more forward. If it's too much, bring it back a bit. Or don't sit down. Right? You can also take some weight out either by pushing your hands into the mat at the side of your legs. If you want more like this, you can bring your hands back and almost go into sort of the camel pose, right, from yoga. So you can lift your chest, pull the weights together and back. Feel that stretch. Here again, do what's right for your body. Don't worry about what we're doing here. Going to go back and repeat something else. All right, everyone feel it and it feels okay? That's good. All right, and then let's come on off. And we'll lay on our stomachs now for swan with the roller. We did a bit of flexion. So extend the roller out. Now your arms are on it between up and wrist, fingers long. Float the ears between the arms and then propel the head forward as you pull the shoulders down your back. Put your fingertips up the wall. Widen the front of the chest, narrow the back of the rib cage. And then start to zip your belly into the mat beneath you. So you're coming out of the stretch in the front of the body to stretch the back of the body back to its normal length. And again, so you're using your legs to pull the weights down and in towards each other and the tail. You come forward and up. Big collarbones wide, chin up, gaze up, try to look up at your forehead. You keep looking up on the way down because we're zipping in from the bottom to the top so that you don't really lower your gaze until the very end. And we'll do one more like this. Widening the chest, up, up, up. In your mind, think that someone's pulling the tips of the legs together and pulling them down to your tailbone. And then you can release down inch by inch from the bottom to the top of the abdominal wall. All right. And then push the roller side. And we can sit back and touch this. Round your back, curve it, stretch it out. And then stacking the spine. I want us to do a little bit of dimension circles today. So we're going to be sitting and using two circles here. Did everyone get them? Yeah. So now it might be more comfortable, probably would be more comfortable, to sit elevated up on a yoga block. And here, of course, you want to be sitting so that you're vertical, but you're not rounding your back or losing the arch in the mid back. But when you're sitting upright, you can like slide the forearm back into the curve and feel that you're right up on top of your sit bones there. Yes, you're not sitting behind them because that'll take you into a posterior tilt or a pelvic tuck. And you're not sitting in front of them because that would be too much of an arch in your back. So you have the option here, if we're comfortable with crossing your ankles, you can do that. And then what we're doing, we're taking these circles out to the side. Now, in Pilates, when we use the Pilates ring or magic circle that it's called, you always have the heel of your hand, like here, at the base of the palm, right above the wrist. That's what presses into the handle of the circle. So let's start with these sort of like out to the side and just slightly in front of your chest. And then see if you can lift your chest a little bit and then also lengthen up through your halo with the gaze on the horizon and try to pick your rib cage up off the pelvis. Good. And then just press down and feel that you're engaging into your triceps and the muscles here at the side of the rib cage. You might feel that wrap that goes in under the chest. With me on that? And the wrist stays straight. You guys have good energy sweeps out through your fingertips, like rain coming off the shingles of a roof. Right? And then we're slowly going to bring it up. And so we're going to squash it down just enough, right, that you feel that engagement into that abdominal wall. And then slowly release. And it's nice here, like the magic circle is designed to help you really like tap into your nervous system and feel your body. So feel the harder you press down, the more you get that knitting together into these like the serratus and the external oblique muscles by the chest wall. And as you bring the arms up, see how long you can feel that sensation as it diminishes. Because we want to also be able to notice like subtle movements, not just gross movements of the body. Good. And now really keep yourself centered here. Only push down through one arm. Push down to my right. And try not to lean into it. It's not a side bend. But can you really get that work? And then notice what happens on the other side. To help you stay vertical and balanced. And then slowly bring the first arm up and release tension on the circle to the other side. And it's really important to keep lengthening out through the fingers because, of course, if we bend the elbows and push down, it's a whole different sensation. You get a deeper shape, right? It's more of an oval if you press down through bending the elbows, but it's sort of not the point. We're really trying to get the connection from your hand to your armpit, finding the lat, serratus, and external oblique with this. So let's just play with it a little bit. So you can press down one side, try not to lean either away or towards it. Bring it up slowly, and then do the same on the other side. And honestly, like you can see, you're looking at me, I'm looking at you. It might not look like much is going on, but you really should feel that. Just want you to even it off. And then we're going to take these behind us. Now, the magic circle is always, or it should always be, sort of perpendicular to the line of your arm and your hand. And then try to relax your shoulders. Easy to say, not always so easy to do. And now we're going to press here. And notice you're working into a different line of muscles in your body, in the arms, in the chest. A little bit more at the back, right? We're starting doing both arms. Slow push, slow release. Here. It's a great chest opener. And again, push down. I feel like here, if you reach out through your thumb and your index finger, you'll really keep the elbows pretty straight. Whereas if you reach to the pinky and the ring finger, your elbows will soften a little bit. play with that to kind of feel like how it engages different muscles up into the tricep, into the armpit, into the back. And for someone who tends to hyperextend their elbows, I would not cue them like to reach into the thumb or that index finger, because then that would maybe push them a little forward into hyperextension. Try to stay centered in the joints here and the muscles. Yeah. So lift. Good. Just let the circles go. Roll your shoulders a couple of times. So that can be a lot. And then roll in the opposite direction. And now we're bringing these forward. And again, reach out through your fingers, every single one, including the thumbs. Push down. Go up your heel. And then bring it back down. Push here. And release. Again. Jeff, thanks for coming. Sorry about the meeting. Maybe next time have them all come to Pilates first, and then you can meet in that little student lounge on the other side of the wall. That would be fun, right? Maybe, I don't know. I guess it depends who you're meeting with. Yeah, and don't bear down by like doing flexion here. But we are going to do that in the next exercise. And just one more time. You feel a different awareness here. So what we're going to do now is take the legs forward and apart, and then bring the magic circle in front of you. And so it's between the legs are not holding the magic circle. And then you press down, and you go up through center, and then you can release. Good, and then you press down, so it's a little subtle. But feel how when you push down, there's a feeling that the body wants to go up and elongate, right? And then release. I hope you can come next week.
I'll be here next week.
Great. I want to talk to you doing this Franklin training level 4 on sensory perception and vocalization and cellular health. But there's a guy who's in our class from Paris who someone asked him to explain what he did, and I need to look him up because I feel like he's the director of the ballet, maybe. But he certainly works, it's he, but I don't know his last name. I have to look at email.
Cool.
I know. So smart, so nice.
Well, I want to hear about the training too. It sounds great.
Training's unbelievable.
All right. Thank you.
Good. And now what we're doing is you're going to start to press down and go up, and then we're doing a spine stretch here. So as you push down, lengthen first, look down, and then you're going to overlap the hands as the elbows come forward. And as you push down firmly into the circle, see if you get the feeling of lift into the thoracic spine. And then slowly coming up, the elbows unwind, the hands over. Come back to parallel more, and do that again. So this is spine stretch that we do in that all the time, but with a slightly different connection, because it's less about how far you go and more about how you come up, lift and curve, and still feel that connection from the heel of your hand into those upper abdominal muscles. And then as you stack the spine coming out of it, you gradually lengthen the abdominal line and feel that release through the arms and the relaxation and release of the connection into your upper abs. So again. And this is very similar to doing a version of spine stretch that we do in the studio with the Pilates chair, which has a paddle or pedal that you would press into as you were going forward into your spine stretch. So again, feel the connection and then see if it can help you lift up and arc forward, over and down, and then reverse the movement back up. So again, it's about finding the connections and not just doing the choreography, And we'll come up all the way again. Beautifully done. All right. So then from here, let's just come up to standing. We're going to use your bare bands to do just a little side bending here. Stop. Watch it, you're not going to be tripping over all your toys. Okay. And so we'll take one end of the band down, dangle it on the floor, curl it under towards your feet, and then you'll take the foot on that side, curling into it as an anchor. And then you'll have your hand holding the other end. And you'll sort of bring the elbow forward and then punch the arm up in the air. You can either slacken it or tighten up on it, depending. We're going to side bend into the band. So push your out into it. And reach out long. Your ear falls towards the shoulder. Your arm not holding the band dangles here. Right? So you're trying to hold it into the body, but it just falls directly onto the shoulder blade. And then we're coming up. Hip, waist, ribs, head, and then pull the elbow straight forward. And you can make an adjustment here if you want, but then we're pushing up again. If the racing straight on the side of your body, lean into it, a beautiful graceful curve. You're opening the ribs here on the top of the body and closing the ribs underneath you. The band opens or an accordion as you press on the side. And then lift to come back up. And then bring it down. Push up here. Push the hip open. Stretch. So this would feel really nice after feeling that impressive work here and the connection. Let's open up the space we just worked. One more time. Up at the arm. Tip it over. Lean into the band. And then we come on back and lower the arm down slowly. Other side. And then just take a moment in between. See if you can feel the difference in length. I feel like this hip is dropped a bit, right? So it's more elongated here between my rib cage and the whole calf. Yours is looking the same, might be different. Whatever, just move this. And then here we go. So get a little bit apart, parallel, punch up. Start in another direction. The first one feels sort of odd because we were just used to doing it on the other side. And then you lift to come up. And then pull it down slowly, so you're trying to resist the pull of the strap. And we'll reach up again. Over we go. Down and resisting the pull. Then two more. Come all the way up here. Tilt your ear towards your shoulder. Lean into the band. Your ear tilts away. Up. And lowering it. And one more time. Upright. Two lower. Two. So let's do arm circles here with the band. So we're not going to curl the feet. And the band, the curve of the band is right below your knees. Probably for these bands, if you have a different band, you may have to shake it up or pay it out a little bit. We're going to keep the wrists straight, bring the arms forward, so pulling the band apart as you lift it, the shoulders fall. Now don't arch your back in a way that you're like pushing your butt forward and increasing the lordotic curve, but we're bringing the arms behind you and down low, and then lower the arms to your side. So what tends to happen, right, is that sometimes when people take the arms back, they do this. It's like the Titanic pose almost, right? But we want to really keep core engaged so that the torso is vertical and not in that push shape. as you move the arms here. It's great to do it for the mirror or it's a reflective glass so that you can see that you're keeping your verticality through your spine as you do it. Important that the wrists stay straight as you're going around and down. And you can see you're sort of drawing a big globe around your body. Do you ever see the reports of videos that look at Japan? They were having people who had these big plastic bubbles around their upper bodies. Very boy the bubble. This is great for rotator cuff. It limits your pecs. And then shake it out. Thank you all. It's good to see you.